You know, I've always believed that jeans are one of the most versatile pieces in our wardrobes, and yet they're also one of the easiest to get wrong if you're aiming for elegance. Over the years, I've met countless women who tell me they just don't feel chic in denim anymore, especially after 50. And I always smile because I know it's not the jeans that are the problem, it's the styling. The truth is, a great pair of jeans can look just as refined as a tailored trouser if you know how to elevate them. The key lies in the details: the fabrics you pair them with, the accessories you choose, the cuts you lean towards, and the little finishing touches that make an outfit look expensive without trying too hard. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. These are 10 genius tricks that I've personally used and recommended to my clients, women who want to look timeless, elevated, and completely confident in their style. I'm talking about quiet luxury, the kind of understated sophistication that never shouts but always speaks volumes. By the end of this video, you'll see your jeans in a whole new light. 1. Pair your denim with a silk blouse. I always recommend starting with one of the most transformative pairings for denim: silk. There's something almost magical about the way a silk blouse interacts with jeans. Denim has this slightly rugged, matte texture, while silk offers that subtle sheen and fluid drape. Together, they create a contrast that feels effortlessly sophisticated. For example, a Callis Milano Olympia silk blouse ivory, especially in a soft ivory, champagne, or dusty rose, can instantly take your jeans from casual to chic. Vince's silk is cut beautifully, with a gentle flow that skims the body without clinging, which is especially flattering for our age group. The fabric moves with you, catching the light in all the right places, and it elevates even the simplest mid-wash jean into something you could easily wear to a nice brunch, a gallery opening, or even a dinner date. The styling here is important. I always recommend a gentle front tuck, just enough to define your waist without overemphasizing it, and a slim leather belt for polish. If you're worried about silk feeling too precious for day-to-day wear, trust me, it's more resilient than you think. And because it feels so luxurious against the skin, you'll notice your whole posture changes when you wear it. You'll stand taller, move more gracefully. It's one of those subtle mindset shifts that good clothing can create. 2. Add a tailored blazer in Luxe fabrics. Next, let's talk about the power of structure. If silk adds softness and movement, a blazer brings the opposite: sharpness and definition. I always say, the moment you slip on a perfectly cut blazer, you go from off-duty to effortlessly pulled together in seconds. One of my favorite options is a Balmain double-breasted wool blazer. Their tailoring is impeccable. The shoulder line is clean without feeling rigid, and the waist has just enough shaping to give you that feminine silhouette without looking overly fitted. For jeans, I like to go with a slightly longer cut, one that skims the top of the thigh. It visually lengthens your frame and helps balance the casualness of denim. Now, why wool? Because it has that matte, refined finish that works beautifully with denim's texture. Plus, wool holds its shape, so you won't get that rumpled look by the end of the day. A blazer like this also transitions seamlessly from season to season. Over a silk blouse in spring, a fine cashmere knit in winter, or even just a crisp white tee in summer if you want a relaxed but still intentional outfit. I personally love pairing a navy blazer with dark wash jeans for that almost Parisian sense of ease. But a warm camel or deep charcoal is equally versatile. And here's my styling tip. Roll up the blazer sleeves slightly to reveal a peek of your blouse cuff. It softens the formality and adds that "I didn't overthink this" vibe that makes quiet luxury so appealing. 3. Invest in statement footwear. Now we move to what I call the finishing touch that sets the tone: footwear. You could have the most beautiful jeans and blazer combination, but if you throw on worn-out sneakers, the entire outfit drops a level. Shoes have the power to tell the world exactly how intentional your outfit is. When it comes to elevating jeans, I always recommend investing in Italian leather pointed toe pumps from Accessorize. The craftsmanship is exceptional. The leather is buttery soft, the heel height is elegant but walkable, and the pointed toe elongates the leg beautifully. The moment you step into a shoe like this, you'll feel elevated, both literally and figuratively. Here's the thing. You don't need a skyscraper heel to make this work. A modest 2 to 3 inch heel will give you the lift you need without sacrificing comfort. I'm particularly fond of soft, nude tones that blend with your skin, as they create an uninterrupted line from hip to toe. But if you want to make more of a statement, a rich oxblood or deep navy works beautifully with denim. And I've made it easy for you. The exact pair I love is linked below in the description, so you can shop directly without spending hours searching. Because once you own a pair of shoes like this, you'll see how they transform not just your jeans outfits, but everything from dresses to trousers. It's one of those investment pieces that pays for itself over and over. 4. Choose dark, uniform wash jeans. One of the simplest and most overlooked or researched ways to make denim feel refined is to be intentional about the wash. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a gorgeous outfit undermined by overly distressed jeans, heavy whiskering, or random fading. It's not that these details don't have their place, but if you're aiming for quiet luxury, clean lines and a uniform color are your best friends. I personally reach for slim straight jeans from Frame. Their dark indigo wash is rich, consistent, and instantly slimming. There's no distressing, no flashy stitching, nothing to distract from the elegance of the look. And the slim straight cut is, in my opinion, the most timeless silhouette you can own. It's structured enough to feel intentional, but still relaxed enough to wear all day. Here's why this matters. Darker denim reads as more formal in the same way that a black dress feels more evening appropriate than a sundress. A dark, even wash allows your outfit to move seamlessly from daytime errands to an elegant dinner simply by changing your top or accessories. It's incredibly versatile. And versatility, as you know, is one of the pillars of a sophisticated wardrobe. When I style these jeans, I like to keep the hem either grazing the top of my shoe or just slightly cropped to showcase an ankle strap heel or a sleek loafer. And if you're petite, don't hesitate to get them tailored. A perfect fit at the ankle is just as important as the right fit at the waist. It's one of those subtle details that makes your denim look custom-made rather than off the rack. 5. Drape a cashmere coat for instant chic. This next trick is one of my absolute favorites. And I'll admit it's one I learned from observing how effortlessly stylish European women wear their outerwear. Instead of simply putting your coat on in the traditional way, drape it over your shoulders like a cape. It's such a small styling shift, but the impact is immediate. It says, "I'm not cold, I'm composed." My go-to piece for this is a camel cashmere coat from Max Mara. If you've never tried one, the experience is pure luxury. The fabric is unbelievably soft, but more importantly, it has that substantial weight that makes it hang perfectly without looking stiff. Camel, as a color, works beautifully with every shade of denim, from the lightest summer blue to deep indigo, and it instantly warms up the complexion. Here's how I like to style it. I start with my dark frame jeans, a silk blouse, perhaps that Vince one we talked about earlier, and a pair of pointed pumps. Then I simply take the coat, place it on my shoulders without threading my arms through the sleeves, and let it drape. The effect is dramatic without being flashy. It frames your body, elongates your lines, and turns the most casual denim look into something that could walk straight into a high-end restaurant without feeling out of place. And of course, you don't have to reserve this for evenings. I've worn this styling trick for daytime coffee meetings, gallery visits, and even casual lunches with friends. The beauty of cashmere is that it breathes, so you won't overheat indoors. And if the weather turns chilly, you can always slip your arms into the sleeves for practicality. A quick tip: make sure your bag strap is short enough to tuck under your arm when you wear your coat draped. A structured handbag, especially in leather, will keep the whole look elevated and prevent the coat from sliding. 6. Accessorize with minimalist jewelry. Now let's talk about one of the most important, yet often misunderstood, elements of refined style: jewelry. When we think of accessorizing jeans, it's tempting to reach for large statement pieces to dress them up. But here's the truth. Quiet luxury isn't about shouting. It's about whispering in a way that draws people in. That's why I always recommend choosing 1 or 2 high-quality minimalist pieces rather than piling on lots of accessories. My personal favorite? A pair of 18-karat gold hoop earrings from Missouri. They're not oversized, they're not dripping with embellishments, they're just the perfect polished accent to frame your face. The gold adds a soft glow to the skin, and because they're real gold, they'll never tarnish or lose their luster. I love how a simple hoop can bridge the gap between casual and elegant. With jeans, they strike that ideal balance. They're not so formal that they feel out of place, but they still communicate that you've chosen something of quality. And that's really what it comes down to: quality over quantity. Here's my personal styling rule. If I'm wearing a silk blouse and blazer, I'll pair my gold hoops with a single delicate bracelet or a slim watch. If my top is more minimal, say a plain cashmere sweater, I might add a fine gold chain around my neck as well. But I never go beyond 3 jewelry pieces at a time. It keeps the eye focused and prevents the look from feeling cluttered. And here's another benefit. Minimalist jewelry makes your wardrobe more cohesive. When your accessories are simple and high quality, they'll work with everything you own, from your most casual denim days to your most formal evenings. You don't need an overflowing jewelry box, you just need the right pieces. At this point, you've probably started to see how these elements work together. It's not about one single magic item. It's about the layering of refined textures, clean lines, and thoughtful details. Dark, uniform jeans create the canvas. A cashmere coat adds the drama. And understated gold jewelry provides the perfect punctuation. Also, I've linked every single piece in the description. These are the classics I personally recommend. The kind that elevate your denim for years to come. 7. Elevate with a belt that speaks quality. I can't stress this enough. A belt is not just functional, it's a piece of jewelry for your waist. In fact, it's one of the fastest ways to make your jeans look like they belong in a high-end editorial rather than just a casual Saturday outfit. My absolute favorite right now is a full-grain leather belt from Celine with a sleek gold buckle. The leather is smooth, buttery, and has that rich depth of color you can only get from quality hides. And the buckle, minimal but perfectly weighted, draws the eye to the center of your body, subtly defining your waist without screaming for attention. Here's the thing. When you wear jeans, you have this beautiful opportunity to add structure and polish at the waistband. Tucking in a blouse or sweater and finishing with a premium belt instantly tells the world, I thought about this look from head to toe. It's those small signals of intention that separate quiet luxury from just well-dressed. A quick tip I share with my styling clients. Match the tone of your belt with either your shoes or your bag for visual harmony. For example, if I'm wearing nude pumps, I'll choose a camel-toned belt. If I'm in black loafers, I'll go with a black leather belt. It's a subtle trick, but it creates this sense of cohesiveness that makes your whole outfit look put together without trying too hard. 8. Swap everyday bags for structured totes. The next piece of the puzzle is your handbag. I see so many women pairing beautiful jeans outfits with overly casual totes or slouchy bags. And while that's fine for errands, it can undermine your polished look. When you swap those for a structured, high-quality bag, the transformation is immediate. One of my favorites is a structured leather tote from Strathberry. The brand's clean lines, architectural shapes, and exceptional craftsmanship make every outfit feel elevated. A structured tote adds balance to the relaxed nature of denim, almost like a counterpoint. It says, yes, I'm wearing jeans, but I'm also intentional about my style. The beauty of a tote is its versatility. You can carry it to work, to lunch, or while traveling, and it always feels right. The structure means it holds its shape no matter how much you carry, and the premium leather only gets better with age. If you're curious where to start, I've linked my favorite Strathberry totes in the description below, so you can shop directly. And here's my personal tip. Look for neutral shades like black, taupe, or soft gray for maximum wearability. But if you already have a solid neutral in your collection, consider adding one in a muted color like oxblood or forest green. It's a subtle way to add interest while staying within the quiet luxury palette. 9. Play with monochrome layers. Now for one of my favorite styling secrets, monochrome dressing. I've found that when you keep your outfit within a single color family, it instantly feels more expensive. Why? Because it creates a long, uninterrupted visual line that elongates your body and communicates intentionality. With jeans, this can be as simple as pairing them with a top and outer layer in complementary shades. For example, I might wear a soft gray cashmere sweater with a light dove gray wool trench, something like the Cynthia Rowley Noah wool trench coat that I adore. The tonal layering keeps everything cohesive, while the mix of textures, denim, cashmere, and wool, adds depth and interest. The key here is to mix textures, not just colors. If everything is the same fabric, the look can feel flat. But when you pair smooth denim with a slightly nubby knit and a structured coat, it feels layered and intentional. This trick also works beautifully with neutrals like cream, camel, or navy. Imagine dark indigo jeans with a navy silk blouse and a navy blazer. It's understated but incredibly chic. Or light wash denim with a cream cashmere turtleneck and a beige coat, so soft and refined. One more benefit: monochrome dressing photographs beautifully. If you've ever looked at a street-style image and thought, why does she look so expensive? There's a good chance she's in a tonal outfit. 10. Finish with polished hair and makeup. Finally, and this is where so many women stop short, no outfit is truly complete without grooming. I say this with love. You can have the most luxurious blazer, the most perfect jeans, and the most exquisite shoes. But if your hair and makeup look rushed, the entire outfit loses impact. Now, I'm not talking about spending hours in front of a mirror or caking on makeup. In fact, I find that after 50, less is often more, as long as the less is intentional. For me, a softly waved blowout is my go-to. It frames the face, adds movement, and looks equally good worn down or tucked behind one ear to show off those gold hoops. For makeup, I focus on 3 things: skin, eyes, and lips. A radiant base, think lightweight foundation or tinted moisturizer, evens out the complexion without masking it. A touch of cream blush on the apples of the cheeks brings life to the face, and a subtle neutral lip ties everything together. I also like to keep my brows softly defined. They frame the face in the same way a blazer frames your outfit. The goal is not to look done up, but to look finished. You want people to notice your overall presence, not a single element. When your grooming is polished, it reinforces the idea that you're a woman who values herself enough to care for every detail. And that is the ultimate quiet luxury. Everything I've mentioned today, from the silk blouse to the perfect pumps, is linked in the description box. That way, you can shop them directly and recreate these looks with ease. So there you have it, 10 genius tricks to style your jeans like a truly classy woman. We've moved from silk blouses and tailored blazers to statement shoes, dark washes, and camel coats, all the way to accessories, tonal dressing, and the finishing touches of grooming. The beauty of these tips is that they don't require a complete wardrobe overhaul. You probably already own several of these pieces. It's just about combining them in a way that feels fresh, intentional, and quietly luxurious. And here's what I'll leave you with. When you invest in quality pieces and take the time to style them thoughtfully, jeans stop being just jeans. They become a canvas for expressing your personal elegance, your confidence, and your timeless taste.